So yeah, they expect you to feel sorry for them because they've always won and things like that. But then, you never give up, you never surrender, and then eventually, sometimes you get your wins, you know. And of course, it's the whole, they use their connections as their connections instead of their intelligence, or they put in the minimal amount of work that's needed, like work, as an outside of forming and connecting and maintaining the right connections. I'd say for me, relationships are relationships. I mean, like, yeah, you can do that, but then that's what I mean by those people have been coming and going from my life, because those who I form connections with and get employment out of them, when they go to another job, or when things end there, or if things change, and it was a give and take relationship, and there's no beef, and then some people, you get along well with, but you met them through those means, so there's always that element of it. So the ones that have come and gone were, either just grew apart or got different interests. And it's been about 5 since I came to this Wellington region that I was catching up with regularly, outside of meeting up through group meetups or work. There was 5 where, outside of work and outside of group meetups, because there's this thing, this app, you jump up and, okay, this a hobby or that hobby, or the autism group or the ADHD, and group, and or the spiritual path or whatever, and then they have their group gatherings, and it tells you where it is. So outside those group gatherings and outside of work, I had about 5 that were maintaining the same amount of effort as I was. That's not including my ex-girlfriend. That makes it 6. Yeah. I mean, they would message me, and I'd be messaging them, and back and forth and stuff, and sometimes they message me first, and sometimes they'll let me know I was in, because a couple of them didn't have a car, so they let me know that they were in Lower Hutt or something, and then I'd just drive and meet them at a certain place, and we'll catch up at a cafe, or we'll walk around the town together, and just things like that. And I know it's natural for people to grow apart, but it's just because I went no contact with my family. It's just nice to, where is the where is the, not till death do us part, but like lifelong friendships. People say you find them. But and this was happening before I went no contact with my family too. But the thing is ever since I was a teenager, but I always used to give people mercy, and I always used to give them, I would still go out of my way to make contact, and then I had people I knew that we would meet up a couple of times and hang out, and but then they'd ghost me, or they just wouldn't answer my calls, or I'd send a couple of calls and a couple of messages, and they wouldn't respond, and then I'd do that like each week, and then I'd stop after like a couple of months. But I just check up their social media. Oh, well, that's what they're up to. Okay, cool. Then leave it at that. And then like another, but I'll be checking that social media weekly. But the thing is and then another 3 or 4 months will go by, and then they'll message me, hey man, let's go do this and that. And then it was like a merry-go-round, you know what I mean? But I was putting up with it because better than nothing, you know what I mean? Much better than nothing. But I don't put up with that now, and I haven't put up with it, and because I haven't put up with it, these 5 or so people, there's been a couple of them that giving me the same treatment. And of course, for the first couple of years that the people, they weren't doing that. It's after a couple of years they're doing it, and they're giving me the same treatment, and it's like, I just don't give them, how do I put it? I've been nice and polite in my responses, but I'm definitely not going to be like, oh yeah, let's go meet up and, oh, let's go do this and that, even though I want to. I want to, so I can have social interaction apart from, yeah, it's good to go to those meetup groups. Yeah. Actually, no, there's been 6 people over the space of 4 years. And, that, what was it? 2 of them are like a decade older than me. Another 3 are like a decade younger. And then my ex-girlfriend. So I put up I don't go and hang out and drive people around or go to the place they want me to go to, meet them up there, and they've got a car too and all that type of stuff. I wouldn't mind going there, hey, let's catch up and go to the movies and watch a movie or something. I wouldn't mind doing that, but so, and then without that, it's just whatever I get through work and those meetup groups, and I park the car and I walk about 15 minutes to get to the meetup group. Otherwise, you have to go to pay for public parking, and being unemployed and going on with what's the learning people situations going on. It's like, I can't do that, and that's why that food bank's been handy. They give me a box of food each week. I'm still 1 month in arrears with the learning people. It used to be 3 months in arrears, but 4 months because of how long I've been unemployed. But then it's been rough because those $400 payments, $380 payments have come out in the space of like a month, 1 month. Stillness. And it's like, the breakthrough's here, but then you see other autistic people on TikTok saying when they got their so-called breakthrough, they ended up having a similar story to me. They either it was months after they got let go for whatever reason. Usually it's them standing up for themselves after being put down, and then people just force them out because, that is, you are in the right, but it adds up to all these people, so we can't cause workplace incohesion and workplace drama by siding with you, so you got to go. And then a few months later, they end up at another job, but it's the same pay grade. And some of them end up trying to start their own business, and I can't imagine the success rate would be too high. Yeah. So it's just this type of stuff, and I'm not wanting to run and hide. And obviously I feel better because I'm out in the forest. And I'm still standing still as I'm talking to you. Not the same spot, different place. So this is Papatuanuku. It's the grounding, it's the walking, it's the Mother Nature. She supplied Tane Mahuta what he needed